Yes, it is a beautiful day out here on the Fifth Third Field, and today we will be talking about the Latino Scholarship Day. Good morning, Amanda. We are at Jumo, a thriving business where they make t-shirts that show pride. The Toledo Police Department is now accepting donations for the annual Anthony Dia and Brendan Stalker Toy and Pet Supply Drive. We're at Providence Metro Park, where we'll be exploring the history of a canal in Ohio. It is a beautiful day out here in the garden. I am joined with Katie from Cork and Knife Provisions, who will be holding a children's cooking class right here at Garden View Flowers. Hi, Katie. How are you doing?
Great.
And so we have somebody here with that story. We have Kaden with us, who is a recipient of the scholarship. Can you go ahead and tell us what that means to you?
Well, the scholarship actually means a great deal to me because me and my family, we don't actually get any federal assistance, so I have to rely entirely on scholarships. So from the support of the Latino community here in Toledo, through the Spanish American Organization and La Prensa, I have been able to go to college through the scholarships they've given me.
When they look outside the windows on the canal, what are they going to see? You're going to be explaining the history. What does that look like?
So we'll explain some of the history. It looks a little different now, obviously, than it did once upon a time. There are some modern factors that you have to account for, but generally speaking, they'll see a lot of the natural features of the park. They'll be focused mostly on the person giving the interpretation and who will be explaining the accommodations and features of the boat, and we'll talk a lot about the lock.
So how is this canal boat operated?
Well, so the canal boat itself operates and it moves the same way it would have in 1876. It's pulled by two mules. So Molly and Sally, they've been at this about 19 years, I think is what I remember hearing. And they'll attach to this tow line and they'll pull the boat up and down the canal. Goes at a whopping 4 miles an hour. Historically, those mules would have pulled for about 8 hours, and then a fresh team of mules would have come off the boat, and the tired team would go back on the boat and rest. So if you were traveling, you might have been traveling with livestock, and preferably mules.
We want to make sure it's rolled up, and then we claw.
Perfect, absolutely.
And then we go in and make a few cuts, and we keep our fingers.
She's a natural.
And it smells amazing. Does it smell stronger the more you cut it?
Yes, absolutely. The freshness of it really comes out, and that's important to use the local ingredients.
And speaking of local ingredients, everything on this table we handpicked today, and it is all edible. And I have with me today Ellie from Garden View Flowers, who can tell us just how they got started here.
Absolutely.
Hi, Ellie.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing really well. So Garden View Flowers is a working flower farm, and 4 summers ago we opened up a You Pick flower garden so that people in the community could come out and make a beautiful bouquet of flowers, maybe without doing all the work on their own. As the business grew, people wanted to come out and do events. So we partnered with really great local businesses like Cork and Knife Provisions to do cooking classes, yoga in the garden, things like that.
You got to stay focused on what you're doing.
Stephen Corgans, fondly known as Coach Bub, is an assistant basketball coach at Lourdes University. Coach Bub has been training athletes for 45 years, and now, in his work as a strength trainer, he is fulfilling a goal to develop the body and mind of an athlete, something one of his current players witnessed firsthand.
Coach Bub has made a world of difference. Just the biggest thing for me is the mentality, the idea that you are stronger, you are more athletic. That's what he really put into me. Because I've always been a hard worker and stuff, but this stuff is a different level. It's a higher level of things.
Getting you prepared for all the sports you have to play. Good, you're almost there.
He starts working with kids as young as 8 years old up to college, like here at this strength and conditioning camp. One of Coach Bub's most successful athletes is head coach of Lourdes and a former NBA player, Dennis Hobson.
Bub is like a big brother of mine. We've had a long-term standing relationship. And when I was a young kid growing up, just playing out in the streets and playing in different events, because we didn't have AAU and different things like the kids do today. Coach Bub was that guy that was always there. Either he was at the park or we were going somewhere to play, and he was there watching and coaching. So again, it wasn't just me that he was around. He was around a lot of the players in the city back in the day, and that's what he's known for.
Coach Bub's goal is to instill confidence and focus.
He loves what he does, and the biggest thing is he loves working with kids.
The younger that you start them with the strength training, okay, the better they'll fare as they grow up with their basketball skills. Because the bad habits start when they first get engaged in all the sports.
He is currently coaching an all-academic basketball team at Lourdes University, meaning none of his players have a GPA below 3.0. He is adamant that the best athletes don't get their skills overnight.
Focus is very important in life for all your endeavors. You have to focus on the exercises that I give you, or else you will not be able to do them properly, first of all, and you won't be able to elevate your level in which you are doing them at.
Okay, so did we spot your son in there?
You definitely saw my son, probably a lot.
So Coach Bubs is important for your family too.
He definitely is, and I've seen the difference he's made for my son within this last year, so he is definitely a jewel for this community.
Is there a way, because your son, is he doing the camps, is there a way other kids can get involved?
For sure. So you can visit our website, WTOL. We'll have contact information for him. But you can also visit Lourdes. So he is the assistant coach there.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find him there, yeah.
It's pretty cool to say. Maybe his most successful, Dennis Hobson, you may have heard of him before, kind of a big deal. So that's really cool to see maybe the man behind these players and these big stories. So really cool for you to uncover that for us this morning.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good to see you. Welcome to the team.
Yes, and thank you for also making us a part of your Wednesday morning.
WTOL 11 Your Day is back in a moment.
We are the oldest continuously performing musical organization in Toledo, considerably older than the Toledo Symphony even. So it's a real hallmark, not only for our group, but for our community.
It is just so exciting. I am just thrilled to be able to be part of this group. If you heard us 10 years ago, and hear us now, you will see how much this group has grown under the direction of Rick Naparella Jr.
I actually have sung in the 50th anniversary concert, the 75th anniversary concert, and now the 100th anniversary concert.
We decided to do a commission by composer Gwyneth Walker. It's all about the Great Lakes. This is to commemorate our 100th anniversary and to see the Choral Society going on for the next 100 years.
It's a very uplifting, tempo-changing, exuberant piece of music that is just a blast to sing.
This major work is going to go on to be, sung by other choirs, and the top of the heading of the piece is going to say commissioned by the Toledo Choral Society.
Thank you, Caden. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. Again, if you are interested in this parade, it is happening this Sunday on the 31st. If you're looking to get more information on the scholarship, you can find out more on the WTOL website. Back to you in studio, Amanda. You can find your way right here at the Providence Metro Park to this beautiful wooden canal boat. And if you are interested in that, you can find out more at the WTOL website in Grand Rapids, Maya May, WTOL 11. Well, I'm absolutely having a great time. I feel the breeze on my face. I feel the fresh air. And so I'm going to stick around and learn a few more cooking tricks. If you are interested, again, tonight that cooking class is happening for the kids between 6 and 8 p.m. Back to you, Amanda.